new day. I'm going to be working on a new DIY project here. We're big movie buffs and really like having a nice TV and surround sound setup, so we are going to be doing something like this. So I'm thinking of basically hiding the wiring by highlighting the wiring. So I'm going to be taking 1x1 square stock steel tube and basically making this kind of feature wall and hiding the wiring in that square tube. So the nice thing is it's going to be able to hold the speakers, a little plant shelf up top, hold the surround sound and the receiver and like PS4, PS5, whatever. And the added benefit is it's going to hide all the cables within it and hide all the wiring behind there. So that's the idea, at least. And then I also am going to try to backlight it and make it a little bit cooler that way too. So we'll see how it turns out. So you'll see immediately straight out of the gate, I grabbed an extra piece because you should always grab an extra piece because you're going to mess one up. Immediately, because I haven't used this thing in like a year and a half, immediately didn't tighten down on the tube and it just kinked it. So that piece is shot. I'll probably use it for other stuff. Just copy that exact thing. Then got to square them up with, I'm just using the drywall square to square them up usually. Have all my pieces cut. I'm happy with the bends, they're square enough. I'm gonna square everything up, weld up the two shelves first, then I gotta weld those two pieces together, and then the two big sections are gonna get welded together as well. Then I gotta clean up all the pipe, and the final thing is work on the wiring and the lights. The lights I feel like are gonna take just as long as all of this tube work, but we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna get at it. So that's the main lower frame. Maybe this will start to come together and make sense. Otherwise it will when you see the picture of it all done. Then this is the upper. That's gonna go above the TV and go to the top speakers, or back speakers. They're gonna be above. I think it's coming out pretty cool so far. Everything's looking pretty even, pretty level. I'm gonna probably have to tweak some stuff and bend it a little bit to square it up when it's all done, but I'm gonna go back to the plasma table and cut out the shelf pieces that are gonna go right in there. We'll see if they fit. Okay, so I went through, got these tabs welded on, these little spacers. This is going to keep it a 1/2 inch off the wall so that there's room for the lighting behind it. Hopefully that'll disperse the lighting enough. And then I started making some of the modifications for the wiring. So this is the one wire that's going to be exposed. That's the single RCA cable that goes to the subwoofer, which is going to be over on the side in the corner. Other than that, all the wiring is going to be routed within. Got that pocket routed out. This is where the receiver is going to sit, so that's going to have all the wiring that goes through there for each individual speaker. Not sure how easy or difficult that's going to be. I also need to fit an HDMI through there, which might be a pain, but we'll see. Hopefully it fits. I gotta clean it up a little bit more, and then I'm gonna bring it in and start working on the lighting. I'm going to probably end up soldering joints for each one of those. The plan originally, we'll see if this works, was to run lighting along the shelves behind them and then all behind the bent hoops. Making progress in the house now. Got the wires ran through. I think it's everything. Everything seems to fit. Running an optical cord from the TV to the receiver. Have front and rear speakers here. Separate wire for the center. The center is going to mount right on this frame. And then the RCA running over to the sub in the corner. So everything should be just long enough. I need to figure out the backlighting now and then install it. So that will be probably tomorrow's project. Hello. What's up? So this has been a fairly significant pain in the ass, but think it's working. Soldered all of these, made a 2-into-1 there, and just epoxied, did the plastic weld, JB plastic weld over top of it, and seems like it's still working. Hopefully it continues to work. When it's installed. Make the noise. Nice.
I'm not laughing at you.
Don't laugh at me.
There's like a 5% average where I don't laugh at you.
Hard to tell, but I think it looks pretty low. I guess we'll see when the TV's back up. Everything else lines up.